Well, that's why the fruits have a skin. What do you call a skin? To protect the pulp of the fruit. A banana has a banana peel, a banana skin. That's not edible, but the pulp is inside. So jackfruit is covered by its thorny skin. It protects, it fortifies the pulp from harm. The papaya has a skin. So everything and anything needs protection, fortification, and that is their immunity or that is their defense system. So there's a membrane that protects the most sensitive, the most vulnerable of what is. There's a membrane that protects. So for the human being, that is they identify with the skin. They think that is an external to what is happening outside the skin. The human beings identify it is that is them. So there's internal sweetness. The internal sweetness in the skin is what you call go inward through meditation, through breathing techniques, through wisdom of the mind. Perhaps one part of the mind is the membrane, is the skin, is the protection of the pulp. The membrane is there so that you are not wounded, bruised permanently. That something protects your most sensitive area of your sentiments. So to eat the pulp of the fruit, you need to get rid of that. So get rid of the skin, the outer layer that protects. That's for defense, that's for fortification. So my point is, if you want to really enjoy the sweetness, then you got to go to the source. And that is inside you. That is going inward through meditation. But that membrane is going to be that skin, that is going to be a impediment for you to look inside, because external to the skin, external to that, external to you, it's so attractive. It's so attractive. It's so luring you. To the ice cream shop is luring you. To cosmetic shop is luring you. Ornaments are luring you. Lifestyles are luring you. Glamour, glitter, fame, wealth, conveniences are luring you. And then it's so attractive that you cannot say no to it. You get captured. And the moment you're captured, there is no more looking inward from where it all began. That is why through meditations, through breathing techniques, the narrative is that go to the source. Where is the source? They claim the source is inside you. Insource. So you want to hug somebody. You want to hug another gender. You want a companion. So do you go inward or you outsource that? You look for the source, outsourcing. You find a spouse, you find somebody to hug, you find some method to keep, you consume you find a method to consume something so that you are stabilized, external to you. So that is outsourcing everything and anything, whatever you want to outsource. So I'm called the meditation and the breathing techniques and the wisdom of the mind. This is to cut off from that what's attractive outside and to go inward, insourcing. So from the source, you're seeking the source. And then there's a boundary, the skin. The point I'm making is outsource is also having an element of what is the source. Outsource cannot exist without a little percentage of what is the source itself. You call it resourcing. So if you're in connect with the sweetness of the source, it is not resourcing. You do not need resources. You need minimum resources, micro, mini, tiny resources, but make macro, mega connectivity with the sweetness of the source. And then through meditation, you minimize, you make it tiny, little, small. You're outsourcing all your tendency, all your needs, all your lures. Instead of outsourcing, you cut off and then you go inward, insourcing. So your resource, no, there's no resource. Perhaps from outside you take resource, but then it all originates from the source. So my point is, through meditations, through breathing techniques and the wisdom of the mind, arrive at the source through some methods. Understand source is much more greater than resource, because repeating and resourcing. And then if you insource, it's much better than outsourcing everything. Because outsourcing gives you dependencies. You are not only enjoying, but you are not able to exit from it, from the outsourcing, because you are now dependent. You lose your connectivity with the source. Do not disconnect from the source. Connect with the source and do not depend on outsourcing. Enjoy.